Everything is fine in origami for adults. It's smooth flowing, but still productive. Every once in a while, though, there are people who interrupt this productivity. These are people you would call difficult people. There's a wide variety of difficult people, but here in origami for adults, the whiner is the biggest one. What is the whiner, you ask? The whiner is a person who is a relator, who finds faults in everything. The only focus they have is on the negatives. They feel powerless, that the only reason good things can happen is because of luck. To show an example of this, let me introduce Patrice. Let's see how Patrice acts with her coworker Carol. The boss is always saying that I'm doing such a good job, but I never get picked to run marketing, and that's not fair.
All right, Patrice.
Well, I'm just saying that everything would be so much better if I was in charge because the stocks dropped 2% last quarter.
Whatever you say, Patrice.
All I'm saying is that this place is so bad, and if Jamie wasn't in charge of the marketing, then it would have been better.
Yeah, but we went up 18% this quarter.
That's just because we are lucky. They didn't notice how bad Jamie did on it.
If you think it's so bad, then you should do it.
Well, that's not my job. But if it was, it wouldn't be as terrible.
Ugh, just stop complaining all the time, Patrice.
Now that was not a very productive conversation. At the end, instead of finishing her work, Carol got so frustrated that she left the room and the problem was not resolved. Now that we saw how Carol handled it, let's see how Tia handles the same situation. The boss is always saying they're doing such a good job. They never get picked to run marketing, and that's just not fair.
Oh, what do you mean? Can you tell me more about that?
Well, I'm just saying that everything would be so much better if I was in charge because the stocks dropped 2% last quarter.
That is true, but what would you have done differently?
Well, for starters, I would have promoted our newest book, Origami for Dummies, the adult version.
That's a really good idea, Patrice.
Thank you. But all I'm saying, this place is just so bad. And if Jamie wasn't in charge of the marketing, then it would have been better.
Well, did you think about talking to Jamie and telling him about your idea? Because it might give him some ideas and he might even let you lead the project.
Well, no, I didn't, but...
Because I think with you and Jamie working together, our stocks would go up 30% instead of just 18% in the next quarter. Because we are more productive when we help each other out by giving each other ideas.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks, Tia. Wow. Look at that healthy conversation that just took place. Instead of ignoring and discounting what Patrice had to say and leaving the conversation before it was over like Carol, Tia made Patrice feel important and heard and paid attention to what she had to say. Then she looked deeper into the conversation to find the root of the problem. So just remember, when you're dealing with a difficult person like the whiner, do what Tia did, make them feel important, acknowledged, and figure out the specifics of their complaints.